All right, Robert, grab the conference. It's the big day. Give us the elevator pitch. What's the conference about? What's the energy?
Thank you so much. Welcome to the 16th Canadian EdTech AI Summit, Empowering Human-Centered Sustainable Learning in an AI-Inspired World. We have over 500 leaders, teachers, and students, most importantly, here to gather, to connect and share stories and really delve into the future learning in an AI-inspired world. It's never been a more exciting time to begin education, but AI has really put a cautionary note on it, and we want to help optimize the future of learning with students to prepare them to be digital global citizens and thrive in a future that isn't clearly seen.
Yeah, I could tell you right now, the energy is buzzing here, Robert. We're going to do a quick rapid fire because I like to have fun with this, all right?
Go for it.
My first question is, what is one piece of advice you'd have for a company trying to build in the AI space in education?
Relationships, relationships, relationships.
I think that applies for anything in education, okay? If you want to operate education, think about your relationships. One thing you'd change in education tomorrow, if you could.
Timetables. I would make schedules more agile to meet the emerging needs of students who are doing other things extracurricularly.
Yeah. My last question for you, if you had 1 minute with the Minister of Education, what would you say?
I would tell the minister that he's got to be at events like this. We invited him, he didn't show up, and you have to embrace innovation. And you can't be tunnel vision on optimizing ROI because it's about ROA, return on achievement.
Absolutely. Well, if you're watching this and you're not here, you should be here next year. You're missing out. This is a great opportunity. Robert, I'm looking forward to the rest of the day.
Thank you so much for your partnership.
Absolutely. All right, Rashmi, thank you for being here with us today. For those that haven't met you, in 10 seconds, what's your role and what do you do?
Officially, my role is Director of Education for Brookfield District School Board. What I do is I serve students, families, and communities. Regardless of my role, I need to know that we are doing our best to prepare them, the students who come to us, they're in our care, and we really want to make sure that they're ready for this amazing, exciting, and uncertain future.
Yeah, uncertain is an interesting word because we are at that time. What's one piece of advice you'd give a young person listening today?
I would say, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Be confident. Nobody knows everything. So don't think if you don't know something that you are not good enough. Be curious, be courageous. Ask questions.
Yeah, and last question for you. What is one myth or one misconception about education that you wish more people in the public understood?
I think education has a certain purpose, but it can't be everything for everyone. So education needs to be more cohesive with all other business industry partners and everybody to work together. Then we really see education flourish.
Yeah, absolutely. For those of you who don't know Rashmi, make sure to Google because you'll be very inspired. She's one of my favorite people in education with the kindest heart, and she's so humble, so kind. Make sure you learn more about her because she is very inspiring.
Thank you, Dijhaj.
All right, Curtis, thank you for doing this.
My pleasure.
In 10 seconds, 15, maybe 20. For those that haven't met you, what's your role, what do you do, and how do you have fun?
My name is Curtis Ennis. I'm the Director of Education for Halton District School Board. We have about 110 schools, 67,000 students, over 5 municipalities, all in Milton, Georgetown, Acton, Burlington, and Oakville. And so we are a board that's a high-performing board. We believe in excellence in students, and I've been in the role now, this is my 5th year, and just proud to be a director there.
What is something you've learned in your 5th year that you wish you knew in your 1st year?
As a 5th-year director, I absolutely lead differently because I understand the difference between being right and doing what's best. That's one of the things that I really manage differently, that being right is not a strategy. And as a director, you need to understand that as you lead through this kind of political climate, as you lead parents and community and students, that you always have to focus not so much on what's right, but trying to get to what's best.
I really love that. What's one myth about education that you wish more people understood? A misconception or a myth that you think people have about education today?
I hear it all the time. People ask, how are the students today? How are kids today? They ask about kids today and how are they doing? And oftentimes they start with a very negative perception of how kids are today in our schools. And I absolutely disagree. I see such excellence among students today in our schools. that oftentimes it takes me a while just to unpack what they're asking.
Yeah.
Because I think if they actually pull the curtain aside and look at exactly what students are doing today, they would be absolutely amazed at the incredible leadership, the journey, the imagination, the creativity, the brilliance of the students that we serve. And that's what I get to see every day.
Yeah.
And I think most of the public don't see that.
Yeah.
What they see are headlines that are negative, but they do not represent what's happening in schools.
I 100% agree with you. If kids are engaged, they do what they love, and they're given the right opportunities, sometimes I think they're even smarter than university students. And that is me being completely unbiased from all my experience.
Well, I can tell you that is so true because I see that even at the elementary level.
Yeah.
I've gone to science fairs in our schools and have been blown away by grade 7 and 8 students who are doing science at such a level that I don't understand.
Yeah.
I have to smile and nod and pretend like I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
The best question I can ask them is what made you decide to do this project?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't ask anything more intellectual than that.
Yeah.
Because it is such a deep learning and understanding of what they're doing. It is incredible what our kids can do.
I love that. And one last one for you, Curtis. What is one piece of advice you have for a young leader in education today, or even a young teacher today?
My advice would be this, that you need to be a servant leader, that you need to be in the business of service to the students and to the community, to know that the work that you're doing is impacting not just the people in front of you, but that it will ripple out for generations to come. So you must know that you're doing a service to not just to the community, but to our world.
Wow, that's such a beautiful note to end on. Thank you so much for doing this. This is really fun.
Thank you so much for having me.